I need to chill. I'm pissed off. Hey guys, what is up? It's Ariana and I'm back with a new video. Today's video is going to be more on the serious note, and if you are sensible about animal rights or talking about animals overall, animals' health, animals being mistreated, then I really urge you to get out of this video, because that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I also want to apologize in advance because today I'm going to be reading a lot. I normally don't do this, but due to recent events, I feel obligated to talk about this. I feel like I have to make my duty to help raise awareness on this subject. Yes, I wrote this a while ago, but due to something that happened yesterday, I feel extremely obligated to read this for you. I apologize again because I'm reading and I'm not just talking like any other video, but I really want to get my point straight. As you can see, I'm shook, I'm mad, I'm pissed off, I'm annoyed, and I'm frustrated. I'm really trying to chill so that you guys understand me, but because I know that if I just let it be, this will happen and I will not get my point straight. Now, 5 years ago, during the time spent in Miami, I was able to visit the sea aquarium. I personally have never been before that day to an aquarium before. My family had been to SeaWorld in Orlando, but I have never been, even to this day, I've never been to SeaWorld, and I will never be to SeaWorld. SeaWorld is a bigger version of the aquarium I was to visit that day, and they had an idea of what they were going to see. I had no idea. I was excited to go that day. One of the most important, biggest shows in that aquarium specifically was the killer whale show. In that show, obviously there was a whale named Lolita and 2 other dolphins. Now keep Lolita in mind, okay? Now, the day I wrote this, I saw a documentary called Blackfish. You probably have heard of it, you probably have watched it. If you have, great. If you haven't, then I urge you to watch it. It's heartbreaking. It's gonna get you mad, I assure you that. You're probably gonna cry. But it's important that you watch it so that you don't live in ignorance, so that you don't believe the lies that were fed by these kind of organizations. This documentary was about killer whales. Tilikum being the center of it. Tilikum is an orca, okay? Tilly is another killer whale that was captured in the waters of Iceland back in 1982. He was taken away from his family when he was only 2 years old. He first started in New Zealand, which was in an aquarium in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. He was kept in this small space, big enough for him to swim, to move, but not as big as his habitat. I'm not sure if he could swim there. Pretty sure he could move, not sure if he could swim. 2 total different things. Food was withheld from him as a training technique, and he regularly endured painful attacks by other dominant whales called Nutka and Haida. He was formed to perform every day, 8 hours, 7 days a week. The constant stress and exhaustion gave him stomach ulcers. On 1991, one of the trainers fell into the pool containing the 3 whales. Tilly tossed her and ultimately drowned her. Due to his stress, frustration, and confinement he was put through. This aquarium closed its doors forever after that accident, and he was put on sale. Shortly after, SeaWorld bought him. 2 things that I feel are completely important to mention. Tilly's sperm has been used to build up a collection of orcas. Okay, today 54% of them has his genes, and everybody knows you cannot use the sperm of an orca that's shown aggression. It's also important to note that Tilikum has a collapsed dorsal fin. When I ask why to not about Tilikum, I ask about whales in overall. In the sea aquarium that I went in Miami, the lady told me it was because the dorsal fin is made of a tissue similar to the ones we have in our nose and our ears, and with age, they collapse.
Dorsal fin stands straight up in the air. It is made up of a cartilage-like material, very similar to our nose and our ears. Contrary to popular belief, dorsal fin collapse is not related to the overall health of the animal.
I was fed with lies. I didn't know. I accepted it and I moved on. I looked up on the internet I have not talked to a scientific or anyone like that, but I looked up on the internet, and it's been proven that a collapsed dorsal fin is a sign of an unhealthy and stressed orca. And I felt cheated on when I found that out, and I felt betrayed. I can now, what does this have to do with Lolita? Well, both of them, Lolita and Tillicum were trapped in both SeaWorld and Sea Aquarium. Tillicum was in SeaWorld, Lolita in Sea Aquarium. Tillicum died yesterday. Long story short, he died yesterday. I got a mail from one of the girls I was kind of like working with to help raise awareness on this subject, and she said Tillicum is finally free. And I thought, dude, they let him go. And as I kept reading, it meant he died. It broke my heart. I could not process it. I was so mad. I started talking to Leni, who I know feels the same way like I do about animals, right? We were talking about it, and we were sad, we were frustrated. Tillicum had been trapped in SeaWorld for about 30 years. Lolita has been trapped in the Sea Aquarium for 40 years. Tilly has killed many more trainers, one of them being the absolutely amazing Dawn Branch. She was great. I look up to her a lot. I've never been to SeaWorld, but I knew her. I love her, and I also love Tillicum, and I cannot believe that SeaWorld knew he was aggressive, but they still have him. Well, they still had him there. Following her tragic death, Tillicum was kept in a tiny enclosure that limited his ability to swim. There are tons of pictures that show where he was kept. He couldn't communicate with other orcas, obviously, and furthermore with humans. He was reported to have been floating listlessly in the waters for hours and hours, a behavior never seen in a wild orca. Back to Lolita. She is one of the orcas, the only orca, in the Sea Aquarium. Her former tankmate named Hugo, he died in 1980 after repeatedly smashing his head into the walls of the tank, which is described as an act of suicide. Knowing all of this, do we really want Lolita to commit suicide? Are we just waiting for Lolita to die? Guys, we really do need to raise awareness on this subject. There is nothing attractive on depriving these animals of their habitat and driving them very stressed to the point of aggression. Some of the trainers, I know for sure they stay there because they genuinely care about the orcas, because they genuinely care about the animals that are there. And I know that because I've seen interviews. We can just sit there and watch these aquariums use these animals. Just because it's beautiful, just because it's magnificent, it does not mean it's ours. We already lost so many human and animal lives. How many more do we have to lose before they realize that what they're doing is cruel? The whole concept is cruel. That was it for today's video. I'm sorry if it was a mess. I'm sorry that I did not do the conspiracy theories that I said I was going to. I was originally planning on doing that, which I'll probably do in a week or two, but because of what happened yesterday, I was so frustrated that I felt like I needed to raise my voice and talk about this, and I hope it helps. Don't forget to come next week on Wednesday to see Leni and on Friday to see me. Subscribe to this channel to see more, and yeah, that was it for today, guys. I love you. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.